Hey everybody, what's up? It's Rick. And let's be real, we've all been there, staring at our bank accounts thinking, how the heck can I invest with this? The good news is you don't need to be rolling in dough to start building real wealth. Investing is for everyone. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to get started, even if you can only spare a few bucks right now. We're talking building a solid foundation, making smart choices, and setting yourself up for some serious financial success down the road. Let's do this. Welcome to our guide on how to start investing with little money. Investing is a powerful tool for building wealth and achieving financial freedom, and you don't need a lot of money to get started. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Understanding the basics. What is investing? Okay, so before we jump into the how-to, let's break down the what. Investing is basically putting your money to work for you. Instead of letting it sit in a savings account barely keeping up with inflation, you're buying assets that have the potential to grow in value over time. Think of it like planting a seed. You're not going to get a tree overnight, but with some patience and consistency, you can watch your money grow into something much bigger. Now, there are different types of investments out there, each with its own risk level and potential return. You've got your stocks, which are like little pieces of ownership in companies. Then there are bonds, which are like loans you give to governments or companies. And of course, we can't forget about real estate, precious metals, and even things like cryptocurrency. The key here is to understand your risk tolerance. Are you comfortable with a little more volatility for the chance of higher returns, or do you prefer something more stable, even if it means slower growth? There's no right or wrong answer. It all depends on your individual goals and comfort level. And speaking of goals, that's what we're going to talk about next. Before you even think about picking an investment, you need to know what you're working towards. Is it buying your dream house, retiring early, traveling the world? Having clear financial goals will guide your investment decisions and keep you motivated along the way. Oh, and one more thing before we move on. There are tons of free resources out there to help you learn more about investing. Check out blogs, listen to podcasts, or grab a book from the library. The more you know, the better equipped you'll be to make smart investment decisions. Chapter 2. Setting your sights. Defining your financial goals. All right, let's talk goals. This is where things get personal. Investing without clear goals is like driving without a destination. You might end up somewhere, but it probably won't be where you want to be. So take some time to really think about what you want to achieve with your money. Do you want to buy a house in 5 years? That's a short-term goal, and you'll need a different investment strategy than someone who's saving for retirement in 30 years, which is a long-term goal. Maybe you're dreaming of starting your own business or taking a year off to travel the world. Whatever it is, write it down, make it specific, and put a time frame on it. Once you know what you're working towards, you can start to figure out how much you need to invest and what kind of returns you'll need to reach your goals. For example, if you want to save $10,000 for a down payment on a house in 5 years, you'll need to invest a certain amount each month to reach that target. Remember, your goals might change over time, and that's okay. Life happens. The important thing is to have a plan and to review it regularly to make sure you're still on track. Chapter 3. Small steps, big returns, investing apps and fractional shares. Now here's where things get really exciting. Thanks to technology, you don't need a ton of cash to start investing. There are apps out there like Robinhood, Acorns, and Stash that let you invest with just a few bucks. Seriously, you can literally start investing with the change from your morning coffee. These apps are designed with beginners in mind. They're super user-friendly, and they offer features like fractional shares, which let you buy a portion of a share of stock even if you can't afford the full price. So, if you've always wanted to own a piece of Apple or Tesla but thought it was out of reach, think again. Another great thing about these apps is that they often have low or even no fees, which means more of your money is going towards your investments. They also offer educational resources and tools to help you make informed decisions. Look, I get it, investing can seem intimidating, especially when you're first starting out. But these apps make it easy and accessible for everyone. So don't let a lack of experience or a small budget hold you back. Download an app, open an account, and start exploring the world of investing. Okay, so you've got your goals set, you've dipped your toes into the investing world with an app. Now it's time to talk strategy. And when it comes to investing, especially for beginners, it's hard to beat the power of index funds and ETFs. Think of index funds and ETFs like baskets of stocks. Instead of buying individual stocks, which can be risky, you're investing in hundreds or even thousands of companies at once. This diversification helps to spread out your risk and potentially increase your returns over the long term. The beauty of index funds and ETFs is that they're managed passively, meaning you don't need to spend hours researching individual stocks or trying to time the market. They simply track a specific market index like the S&P 500, so you know exactly what you're investing in, and because they're passively managed, they typically have much lower fees than actively managed mutual funds. And trust me, those fees can really eat into your returns over time. So by choosing index funds and ETFs, you're keeping more of your hard-earned money working for you. Chapter 5. The Power of Automation. Making investing effortless. Alright, let's be real, life gets busy, and it's easy to let things like investing slip our minds. But here's the thing, consistency is key when it comes to building wealth. That's where automation comes in. Remember those apps we talked about earlier? Well, many of them offer automatic investing features that make it ridiculously easy to stay on track with your investments. You can set up recurring deposits, so a certain amount of money is automatically transferred from your checking account to your investment account each month. And if you want to take it a step further, you can even automate your investments with features like roundups. With roundups, every time you make a purchase, the app will round up the transaction to the nearest dollar and invest the difference. So, if you buy a coffee for $3.50, the app will round it up to $4 and invest that extra 50 cents. It might not seem like much in the moment, but those small amounts add up over time, especially when you factor in the power of compound interest. And the best part is, you're investing without even thinking about it. It's like magic, but for your money. Chapter 6. Start small, dream big. Budgeting for investment success. Now I know what you might be thinking. Graham, this all sounds great, but I'm barely scraping by as it is. How am I supposed to find extra money to invest? And trust me, I get it. I've been there. But here's the thing. You don't need to be rich to invest, you just need to be smart with your money. Start by creating a budget, if you don't already have one. Track your income and expenses for a month or two to see where your money is going. You might be surprised by how much you're spending on things you don't really need. Once you have a clear picture of your finances, look for areas where you can cut back. Maybe it's eating out less, canceling subscriptions you don't use, or finding cheaper alternatives for things like your phone plan or insurance. The goal here is to free up even a small amount of money that you can redirect towards investing. Even if it's just 5% or 10% of your income, that's a great starting point. And as you start to see your investments grow, you'll be motivated to find even more ways to save and invest. Chapter 7. Playing the long game. Patience and the power of compound interest. Here's the thing about investing. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You're not going to get rich quick. Anyone who tells you otherwise is either lying or trying to sell you something. The real key to building wealth is to be patient, stay consistent, and let the power of compound interest work its magic. Compound interest is basically interest earned on interest. So, as your investments grow, the earnings are reinvested, and then those earnings start to earn interest, and so on. Over time, this creates a snowball effect that can lead to exponential growth. But here's the catch: compound interest takes time to really kick in. The longer you stay invested, the more powerful it becomes. So don't get discouraged if you don't see massive returns right away. Just stay the course, keep investing consistently, and let time work its magic. And whatever you do, don't panic sell when the market inevitably takes a dip. Remember, investing is a long-term game. The market goes up, the market goes down, but over the long term, it has always trended upwards. So ride out the storms, stay focused on your goals, and you'll come out ahead in the end. Outro. Start investing today. Your journey to financial freedom. So there you have it, guys. investing doesn't have to be complicated or intimidating. With a little knowledge, the right tools, and a whole lot of patience, you can start building real wealth no matter how much money you have right now. Remember, the most important step is to just get started. Open an account, make that first investment, and watch your money grow. And hey, if you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more personal finance tips and tricks. I'm here to help you achieve your financial goals, one step at a time. Remember, investing is a journey, not a destination. Start small, stay consistent, and focus on your long-term goals. Thanks for watching, and happy investing.